What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sipping Pine. It's your girl, Swisher D. We got Damn D, J Gotti, T Dot in the building. Yay, yay. So, what's up, everybody? What we sipping, what we pining, Damn D?
Oh man, what's up, man? So we down south with a whole lot of pollen action going on. So I'm dealing with some sinuses issue. So I'm not doing no pining, but you dig the shirt, you know what I'm saying? It says goddamn life and your lemons. You do what, T Dot? You make lemon
You
kush with
bro,
that
let
shit.
me kush.
You know what I'm saying? So that's we're gonna say that we're gonna count that for the pining part. But goddamn, I'm sipping on, shout out to the family, y'all. Hey, y'all see, y'all ain't gonna believe this one.
What's up?
Hey, tell them we coming for them, dog. Hey, y'all gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Coming
You know
for
what
'em.
I'm saying?
oh
I'm
snap! We
Ah,
got another one.
yes.
We got
Bob,
another
man.
one.
Hey, Bob, we coming for y'all, man. Y'all need to set us up with that sponsor, man.
$3
And
gift card.
Period.
y'all know I'm not damn D without the fancy glass, you know. So the combination, you dig?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Got it. What you smoking, what you pine, what you sipping, what you pine.
Whew. So it's like this. I I was smoking on or pining on some Pauline, and that Pauline told me, like I said earlier, I was about to roll up a nice one, and it said, put it down, boy."
Damn.
So I put it down, and I'm sipping on it's some cozy calamine.
Mmm.
I
Mmm.
gotta tee it out.
Pinky
You know what I'm
out,
saying?
SpongeBob. Pinky
For
out.
sure, though. You know what I'm saying? So
You should
that's
have
what
put a bud in there.
believe me is gonna be in full effect because I got something. I will say what I do have. I have some of 3.5's finest, some of the finest bud I've had in years. It's some
Mhm.
uh, ice cream run. It's ice cream runs. Oh, it's crap.
Gelato.
Gelato. Yeah, it's an ice cream gelato. When I tell you, I opened that pack and looked at it, and I was like, a little bit of drool came. Yeah, I got a beer,
That's
so I
good.
caught it, but I felt it. So yeah, it's delicious.
Word, word.
You know.
Yeah.
See
I
that?
love it.
We know you don't pine. But however, we know that you are a pine scientist, if you will. So why don't you tell us what type of, pine trees that you have, whilst also telling us what thou is sipping on?
Okay. Well, thou. um, so y'all, we've been out, the founders of 3.5, like we've been out because we had, some personal family issues, whatever. So we was taking care of that. And I was like, dang, we got real low on flour. So I was like, I'm about to bring out the favorites to make it up to my customers.
Hmm.
One of their favorites is hash burger. Have y'all ever heard of that? Roll with me
Got
here.
your face.
Hash burger tastes like a damn hamburger. They love that shit. Yes, they be like, damn, it really do. I don't know. Listen, I don't know, but they love it, and it does taste like a hamburger. Like,
It's delicious.
yeah.
Hmm.
Also,
I
I
gotta
brought
have
out
that.
a yeah. Go do that. It's 30 or 8th. It's just good time. And I brought out cheetah piss because that is a fave of my sativa based people. Uh, yeah, they love that. And then I pulled out something new. I grabbed London Jelly. It's not new, but it's new to those stores. So I pulled those three out, and they should actually be in the stores. I think we put them in the stores yesterday.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say because I'm not in Texas right now. But man,
Oh, man.
I sure would give me. Hold on, had to clean that. I sure would give me some of that cheetah piss and that damn hash brown. Goodness gracious.
I got you. So I mean,
Hmm.
it's I got you. So no worries.
All right.
Yeah, you
Let me
you got to let us know. Oh, but I'm also drinking. That ain't water. That's the margarita flavored vibe.
Okay, vibing.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
I'm the only
Yeah.
one that needs to get in, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm the
three
only
out of
one that
four.
needs to get in.
We on the way,
Yeah.
Bob. We on the
Okay,
way,
Yeah.
man.
okay.
3 out of 4.
I'm coming. Y'all gonna watch. Watch. It's gonna be a surprise. Okay, so me myself personally, I'm drinking some H2 to the Izzo right now, but I am smoking like this mix that is like the last of what my brother had, and it's like a mix of Pablo Escobar, Dragon Ball Ranch, and Jealousy Gelato.
Everett. You said Dragon Ball?
Yeah,
Hmm. I haven't
yeah.
had that yet. Don't let me find nothing called Dragon Ball running around here in
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I took Dragon Ball and this cinnamon we combined it at our farm and we created this strain called Fireball. And Fireball, we entered it into a contest and it won Bud of the Year in 22. And we haven't recreated it yet because, yeah, but we sold it. We actually, it was $100 an eighth and well worth it. It was amazing.
It sounds amazing.
It was, guys. It was. We cultivated the hell out of that and just made it was perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Y'all need to make
But
some more.
So
it
I'm
takes a
glad
lot of
we
time.
That's okay. Good
Yeah.
things do. Good things do. We planned this show for months. See, good things take a lot of time.
Yeah. Look at me subbing in and now, you know. I get
You
it.
know what else? Take a lot of good time is trying to figure out what 3 apps would you stick with for the rest of your life on your phone. 3 apps, not four, not five, not ties. 3 apps.
Who got first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
My Apple Wallet and I gotta have Audible. I gotta have Audible and YouTube. That's it. Real basic, real simple. I'm an entertainment girly. That's
Okay,
it.
okay, okay,
For sure, for sure.
okay. All right. Ladies first. Me next. Okay, so
Yep.
um, like definitely gonna have YouTube. Definitely gonna have YouTube because you can figure anything out on YouTube. I don't really too much watch the YouTube videos, like the reels and stuff like that, but like how to videos, I'm all over that, especially at work. So I need that. Gotta have it. My other one would be my Chrome. I would have to have my Chrome because regardless of what social media app I can't get on, I can get on Chrome. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Safari. You mean?
We are not in the jungle.
I don't know about Safari, sis. I'm a Chrome kind of girl. I ain't gonna hold you there. But my other one would be the maps. Gotta have my maps. Gotta have my
You
maps.
could do maps on Chrome.
I mean, no, I like my Apple map. And the only reason I like my Apple map is because like Chrome takes me like I don't want to go through tolls. Chrome will take me through all kinds of tolls. But like, Apple it Apple Maps gives me that option right there at my fingertips
Yep.
to avoid tolls.
Avoid
And,
tolls,
yeah,
avoid highways.
and that's it's I love Apple. I do. I do.
It's pristine.
The
Yeah.
map I like sorry. But yes, those are my three, gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, y'all, because I like we don't really be planning this, and I'm gonna have to pull her to the side one of these days because I swear she be copying my answers, y'all. Like they say great minds think alike, but I mean it's a little weird. You did so, but I'm gonna use the same first two. You know, I gotta have a YouTube, gotta have a browser. If I had to sub the third one, maps not so much because I mean we're gonna get there, but I guess one of the even though I can get it from the browser, like I said, it's just so much easier with one of your music subscriptions. So I guess I would say any one of those, whether it's Spotify. I'm a YouTube Premium guy, but that's still YouTube. So, uh, yeah. So yeah, I'll just sub it out for like a music app or something. Cause I gotta have that, gotta have that balance. 'Cause, like you can get every song you want on YouTube, even, so, but yeah, just to be
You a
different, god dog.
YouTube premium music guy?
Yeah, just to be different, because I didn't want to say maps.
Sorry.
I mean, it's
Apple
very
Music,
essential.
my girl.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I do like T's answer Audible, but I mean, you can access free reads from the internet. So that
No,
browser,
I liked it in the author's voice.
yeah, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Got him. This gonna be interesting.
So,
What happened?
of course, YouTube, Google Gang bang. Oh, so I say YouTube. I didn't think about the my Google Maps, or is just Maps now. I didn't think about that until she mentioned it because I do not know where the hell I'm going half the time. So, and I be all over the country. So I don't know where the hell I be at. So that is a pretty reliant thing for me. And then, so there's YouTube Maps, and then of course gotta have that 3J's cable. Glock, glock. You know what I'm saying? Get everything you want to watch, and
Crack,
it's
crack.
Apple friendly. Well, kind of. Uh, Definitely Google friendly and everything else. But so that would be my apps, my three apps, because I can watch anything I want to watch live on my 3J's cable. Then I can get anywhere I want to get with my maps. Also on Google Maps, you just got to go in your settings and you can put it to where they don't pull up.
Oh, that's too much. Ooh, no.
Well, I
What?
mean, if you do it one time, you don't have to do it again. You know,
She might want to take a toll the next time. Now she got to go back in the settings and oh gosh, ugh,
I mean, they have the option. It's just the
oh,
You
press of a
just
button.
cut
You
this
know,
really short. Ooh,
it's
no.
about as easy
oh.
as yeah.
No.
I
That's
mean,
so ghetto.
so though, yeah,
Sometimes you
Apple
gotta do
Maps
what
isn't
you
I
that
gotta
can't
bad,
do,
wait.
boo.
but that's okay.
I know I ain't too ghetto.
That's okay.
No, because you got an iPhone. Uh-uh.
See, see. So,
Whatever, whatever.
That one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so that brings around our topic for today. We originally said it was going to be Apple versus Android, but we say that's not. It's a lot of trash Android. We're gonna do. I'd say we should do Apple versus Samsung
No, no,
because
no, no, no,
the
no, no.
competition for Apple is Samsung.
No.
I mean, we could do the Android. That's fine, but
Y'all got to
the
take all the
competition.
trash
That's
because
cool.
it's, yeah, listen,
That's cool.
streamline your shit. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
That's cool though, because it still leads to the Samsungs. You know, the best of the iPhones would be, the Pro Max, right?
oh no, it's all of them. We hold our value. It's all of them.
No, because the SEs are trash.
That's for children.
Right. Just like the
Yeah,
not
SEs
Samsung,
and
the
I don't
all
know.
tech
I feel like
phones. That's for children.
really anything after
I wouldn't know anything about an Android. My children don't know.
I don't know. I say anything
Putting them at
after
an extreme
a
disadvantage.
eight.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm teaching them about value in life, resale value. Yeah.
So let's go.
Let's go. What are we talking about first?
All right. So I guess since y'all so confident, what makes you so confident in iPhone?
Because
Or
it's better.
what makes you say it's better?
I don't have
Where
no
shall I
reason
start?
to say that I've been let down by
Popularity?
iPhone. iPhone ain't let me down yet.
Ever. So I disclaimer, let's start there. I have never in my life owned an Android. I've had only iPhones. I've had the original all the way up until now. This is what the 15 that I'm on right now. Um Pro Max. Um I only have had iPads when Apple TV was a little I had that. I have an original iPod. Oh, I should have pulled it out for y'all. Yeah, that's all. We solely are Apple based in this home.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, now, you ask me why? Because Apple, for number one, because I got a list, but we'll go back and forth. But Apple has an ecosystem that is unmatched. Oh, and not to mention my watches. So I got Apple watches, my MacBooks, the iPads, the phones, like everything is so integrated that we can transition everything seamlessly. AirDrop, I can do handoff, I can sync everything up without any flaw.
Hmm.
That is one of my favorite things. But go ahead.
Cool. So, now that's on the Android side. I truthfully, I used to have I think the cheapest Android I ever had was a LG, and it was alright. It was alright. Remember the LG
Yeah,
style? It was alright.
yeah,
And then Samsung came out with the Note, and I got on the Note gang, and then I was like, "Whoo, this is some next level stuff right here." Um, so I do a lot of information technology and software stuff and things like that. And everybody, now don't get me wrong, you got some people that are Apple guys, but pretty much most people in our field, they know what time it is. Um, so for we used to say for the common person, the Apple phone is great, but for the person that needs to get down and dirty with it, you gotta go Android due to customizations, due to being able to get into whatever I need to get into. I could plug my Samsung up to most things and I can access the data on it and get all in there, right? But that's just what I do. We can get to regular stuff, right? So I always hear Apple people always talk about their ecosystem. Who doesn't have one these days? Samsung got watches, rings, phones, TVs, printers, everything. And then when you match with Google, so I'm going to say something interesting. I asked Google, or really Gemini, I asked Gemini, the new AI version of Google. I asked it, I said, who would win in a bar fight between you and Siri? And it said, Siri, it mentioned the ecosystem. It was like Siri has a great ecosystem and it can control and seamlessly do this and that with its ecosystem, with anything in it. But that's it. Then it turned around and said, but I can analyze the room, the bar we're in, and figure out different angles of attack and this and that. I said, man, that's crucial. So Android is a little more flexible. It can do a lot more than Apple. Just a lot more. And go ahead.
In my research, because again, I've never been in the slums with the Android, never.
Hmm.
So I had to do research on it to see what that was about. One thing that I came across, and I did research. This is from scholarly journals, by the way. These are peer reviewed. So they're accurate, I feel like. Um, there's hundreds of Android devices. So there is no real ecosystem with you guys unless you break it down by brand. No, because there's so many different apps. There's inconsistent performances, the quality of the phones are challenged based on the experience that you get because there's no consistency. Y'all actually have two things about that. Well, I'll say three. Some of your Android brands, they make cheap versions of their phone, which leads to like so poor battery life, the camera, the performance, and not all of them are bad, but if you can't solely focus on Samsung and say, "Oh, that's Android." Cuz no, y'all got to take the good with the bad. Y'all have too much customization and I don't think that's good. I don't think that's a win for y'all. Um, I think that actually hurts you and it allows you to have so much more in there that it creates like, the viruses and all of the people. Like that girl that just, sent you the message, the robot person, like that's a part of your Android circle. It's very fragmented.
Hmm. That's an
Uh,
interesting.
yeah. So I really kind of it's a little especially from you because you're a business owner. So I mean, to me instead, my combat would be that it shows very much versatility. It shows that it cares about its people because there's something for everyone out there, and everyone's not fortunately heavy in the pockets. So it shows that hey, oh, you're just a texter and a caller. You can afford this. Here's yours. We care about you. So yeah, like you said, it could be a bit a downside to it, but actually I think it's very versatile. I think that they actually care about the people. Android is like, I mean, iPhone is, oh, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You can't call anybody. That's
That's
how
one
I
of
see it.
those.
Yeah. So, oh, you still ain't got 350 for the iPhone 6? You can't call anybody. Use a payphone. So,
That's not true.
you're a business owner. So, I mean, I'm sure you, as a bud tender, you got some $5 grams in there. Maybe some 3 for 10s or something. I'm sure.
No,
But,
sir, we
I
don't sell
mean,
grams.
The premium up there, though. I give them that.
Yeah,
oh,
we
okay.
don't
So,
sell
yeah.
grams.
Okay. But, one can see the other. I've been to LA and all these other smoke shops, and I mean they got it for you.
Excuse me,
I,
I
I
don't own a
digress.
smoke shop. First of all, I don't own a smoke shop.
Hey,
We have a licensed
business is
dispensary.
business, baby.
Nuh-uh. We are we're the Apple of weed. Those smoke shops can definitely be Android. But to get back to the conversation, oh, and let me just say, let me clarify for you, $5 and $10. We not gramming out nothing. I am not in the back alley selling it out of a Ziploc bag. We not gramming out nothing. Ghetto. Not gonna do it.
That's yeah. I
So
understand. That's iPhone user behavior. I understand.
So look,
it is
And
what it is.
I don't
look.
have it all the time, so I mean I like the $5 guys. I'm sure Swisher does too.
So hear me
But if
out.
you don't have, go ahead. Come on, Swisher, because I can't with
Hear me out.
him.
Like I've had both. You know what I'm saying? Like I started out with the Androids. The little $30 pay as you go and all that other the free stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But like my deal with Android is reliability. You know what I mean? Because like with my experience, after you've had like an Android for I don't know, maybe a couple of months or so, the data, it freezes up like that. That was my main thing with my Android. It would freeze up all the time, and maybe Android has come a long way since then. I don't know, but I know after I had so many apps on my Android, it would start working, messed up. After so many windows, I'd have a like even if I had like my screen and screen share, for too long, my it was shut off. So, I kind of got tired of it, And I mean, don't get me wrong, Apple does have its little glitches or whatever, but my iPhone has always been dependable. I can say that much. My iPhone has always been dependable. And yeah, I might pay a pretty little penny for my Apple, but like my pretty penny is worth it because it's dependable. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't really, I ain't gonna really go into the depths of the data and what Nazis and the statistics because obviously statistics is not my field. But however, I will say, from my experience, Android has let me down more than my experience with Apple. Maybe graphically, Gotti, it works better for you, and what you do, you do a lot of graphics and, you know, artwork and things of that sort. And then, that works good for you because, Android is good with them types of things. But I don't know how often your phone freezes up or how often you have to restart your phone or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, like I said, maybe Android didn't come a long way. Don't know. But ever since I went back to, went to Apple, I've been good on your side. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Raise my hand. So I get it. Y'all want to say take the good with the bad with the Android, and that's true. But you can't compare. You can't compare a Chevy Corvette with a Ford Taurus.
That's not even
Who
fair. That's
wait,
not
who's the
even
Chevy? Who's the Chevy though?
You can't compare. I'll put it a little more up there. You can't compare a Mercedes Benz
fair. To a
with
BMW. Put it like that.
no what? You can't compare Mercedes Benz to BMW all
Yeah,
day.
but what are we
But if
talking
you
about
do
here? Because
compare Mercedes,
what are we talking about here? Because I don't
I
know what you're
mean,
trying to say.
I mean,
Who right? Who's the Mercedes? Like, I
but
need.
I mean, you could take whichever one. I'm just saying, but if you do compare, I'm just trying to say, you compare tops. You compare tops. So if they compare a Benz S550, they're gonna compare that with a BMW 750 because that's the top. That's the flagships. You know what
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying?
so we need to give you a concession with your cheap phones, and that's fine.
No. So
Okay,
y'all like to always
don't
hold on
worry about it.
because I looked this up. See, world. Apple users always like to call Android users cheap. A S
No, I don't
twenty
think y'all
five.
are cheap. I call them
Hold
poor.
on. A S25 Ultra costs more than an iPhone. That same year iPhone Pro Max.
What number? I mean, what?
Six.
How much does your most
Wait,
expensive? How much does that
how
phone
many
cost?
cameras is that?
My phone
Was that
costs,
like six?
Yeah,
huh?
16.
Yeah, my phone was
No, no.
1600.
I said how many
Okay,
cameras is that? Was that? It looked
Oh,
like
it's like four
six
or five.
cameras.
Oh, it's five. But
Yeah.
Five.
all the new phones have that
Five.
many. But it's different cameras. You got different sensors. Man, I could look at the moon
okay,
if I wanted to. Literally.
sounds great. So listen, what I'm saying is, you're saying that that $1,600 thing you have and the phone that I'm recording on right now are not equivalent?
Uh, to me, honestly,
Because
it's a
mine costs more.
My shit pretty. My
it
shit
costs more. Well, what $100, maybe $100 more. Ain't
Yeah,
that
What? I
much?
know.
That's what my point is. They're in the same wheelhouse. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So now, of course, if you get the free phone they give, of course, then yeah, you're not in the conversation, you know. But when you start talking about the flagships, like I won't compare, like I say, I won't say, oh, the S5, the Mercedes Benz S550 is so much better than the BMW 325. Well, of course, it's supposed to be. You're talking
Right.
about a V4, a four cylinder against a eight cylinder. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna
I
touch
get
each
it.
other.
I get it. So let's do this.
If you do the
Let's
right comparisons, I'm just
let's
gonna show
do
you real
this
quick.
though.
It tells you who's the best. Well, y'all ain't gonna
No,
do this. I'll post.
your phone, that's from where you're looking it up from. My data, what I did was an actual side by side comparison for both of them, each category, walking it down. Now, I don't have an answer, but I at least gave the good and the bad and was fair about it. That's all
Oh
I'm
no no
saying.
no no! See,
Because I'm comparing companies. I'm not comparing your phone and my phone. I'm comparing the actual companies and what they provide. So, to
okay.
me, what what
No, I'm
happened?
saying okay, but still, it's still like once again, it's like comparing because when everybody talk about an iPhone, you're not talking about the cheap one that they give away for free. You're talking about the majority is always talking about either the Pro or the Pro Max, the top dog.
Right.
But even if you put the regular iPhone 15 or 16 against the regular S24, S25, it outperform. Like that's not just looking from here. I can look that from my computer.
Okay, so
It
listen. This is
outperforms
the
it.
thing. This okay. This is what I want you to know. First off,
Hmm.
keep bringing up the cheap phones. My point in bringing up the cheap phones is that y'all started with cheap. We integrated cheap because we had a lot of poor people that wanted an iPhone. So we put out
The original Droid was not cheap.
I don't care about the original. The
But you said
original
you
iPhone
started off.
wasn't cheap. Y'all did start off cheap. What I mean by that is y'all have so many companies that come in and make these phones. If we wanted to start a Sip and Pine cell phone line, we could go with Android. Apple ain't trying to
They got a
heal
ring. They do got a ring to it. But yeah.
us. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like
Apple not letting us in. They have a strict ecosystem. Y'all will let anybody in. Y'all don't remember when Amazon was making them raggedy ass phones? Android. They were Android. Yeah. Google and their little
So
Chromebook.
so is
it's
bad for
still.
giving a chance to fly.
I was just say it's still like, it just depends on what you're bringing it down to. Like you said, there's a lot out there, but like I said, it shows versatility. It means like, hey, we bought our paper over here.
But I don't think versatility is a good thing for you guys. I think it's a
It,
bad marker
from
on your
from a
on your
perspective, because
correct.
iPhone users is like, I don't want that shit. That's because they brainwash you guys. And it's not that they're so superior. So y'all want me to? Now that it came around to me, the technicality is because I did this shit for a little while, Gotti. I went in and broke this shit down. Quick story to the T-Mobile guy. To like he had been there over 16 years. To where after I talked to him about it, he was like, "Yo, you want a job?" Because at the end of the day, the real argument is it always, always, always really does come down to preference. Because statistically, which you can probably, because my statistics lady, I could be a little bit off, but over half the people do not even use or know they do not utilize what half the things that their phone can do, especially Android. But so, for instance, if I go into, you may go in today or tomorrow, you may be a camera person. Like I do photography. I like photography. Of course, they're going to point me to a Samsung. Hence the reason, hey, we can take a picture of the moon, the bats, the stars, whatever. The telescopic lens. But you may say, oh, I'm a simple person and I like it clean, which is why they're going to say, oh, you want that new iPhone. You know what I'm saying? So And like I said, you may be a fast texter. You don't want to, Android is one of those people that came out with swipe first. People didn't utilize it, but you can send a text message off in lightning speed. Now iPhone has that. It's a whole lot of they borrowed things. Technicality is what was it? That infinity lens at the top of you guys' camera that came from Samsung. That's an Android idea. They pay millions for that. So it's a lot of technicalities. So it just depends on what you're saying here. Yeah, you have a solid point, T. Yes, people think they're so superior because they have iPhones. iPhone, I do always admit, yes. You said ecosystem. It's actually operating system that is superior because they have a firewall at one point in time, got it, because now their
Mhm.
firewall is impeccable. That's what people like because they feel so safe. But if I'm not doing anything illegal, I don't have to worry about it. So here's the reason I have, and quote unquote, I still steal. You know what I'm saying? Because well, yeah, I don't steal anymore because I got 3J's cable. But before, we could download some things and different apps, and it's just always, so it's just what you're looking for. You may say, hey, I get tired of paying for this. There's your Android. They don't charge you as often, or they don't this, and that. So it's literally preference, man. That's the true answer. I like your answer, T. You guys, yes, you stand number one in operating system because it is hard to crack that firewall. I remember, like Gotti said when we was talking on another episode, somebody get kidnapped and this, and that, they gonna find you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it just depends on what you're into. If we're being technical here, but there's a lot of, if we're being honest, iPhone, that never gets discussed, but they buy a lot of shit from Android. Well, I'm gonna actually say Samsung, but I know you said we don't want to slim it down to that, but it's a top of the line flagship
It's
Android.
a fact. Yeah, it's still a fact.
Yeah,
So
but we're still, this is the thing. You said all of that, and it was really a bunch of nothing. Because,
no, I touched on
oh,
every. I,
Your
I can touch on
screen is
every
a
area.
malfunction.
no, no, I just felt like it was irrelevant. You
It's a
said all
screen.
of
Your
those
screen.
things.
Go ahead.
Oh, my.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll say it after.
Yes, Apple does purchase, our Apple screens come from Samsung. Y'all do that well. We're smart enough to streamline and do what we know. And the fact is that our stock is high enough to where we will pay you guys for that. Y'all to help. That's fine. I don't mind that. Now, D, to address what you were saying, um, I did mean the ecosystem. Because when I say ecosystem, I am not talking about the operating system. The ecosystem that I'm talking about are all of the different devices that seamlessly go hand in hand through us being able to connect with our cloud, with AirDrop, with hands off, with our syncing of the notes. We can sync messages, like everything works seamlessly. Yes, that is a part of the operating system, but for them to be able to link all of those devices and not have to even have them in the same state, that's amazing. And it works seamlessly. I have never had a problem airdropping. I've never had a problem with my notes sharing or doing anything like that. So no, I meant the ecosystem, and that's right. Now, the iOS, the security and the privacy, yeah, that's cool. They have a strong privacy standard, and that really nobody cares about that because it's really symbolic. It's a way to give a false sense of security to their customers because, yeah, you can, they have to cooperate sometimes, especially for the greater good of human beings. However, the fact is that that false sense of security that they've given, it's actually, they've actually promised it, and it's real life. Like, my grandpa had an Android for a while, and somebody hacked into it and told him Whoopi Goldberg died. And told him he could get $5,000 worth of groceries. And my papa was really believing that shit. I'm like, Papa, let me get you an iPhone real quick because we don't have them problems. Like it's ads and pop-ups and stuff. Like he was, on a computer or something. It was ridiculous. And I was like, ew, y'all deal with it?
So you know
What
how
the
that
heck?
happens? That's by downloading spam.
He don't
Phone don't
know.
do it. It just downloads. You download the wrong app, and then it gives you spam.
See, over here,
I give y'all that much. Y'all do
Oh, forget.
have the developer. Y'all had the Apple developer program is a little more strict for sure. You know, all the
Um,
licensing to put an app on Apple is stricter. That's
and
it.
what about customer service? No, customer
That's it.
service.
What you mean?
How, I mean, we have a Genius Bar. We have um the
When y'all got the Genius Bar?
when? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't work there. I just know when I need it, it's there. We have the Apple support. I could text them 24 hours a day and they gonna fix it.
That's not the only ones. Samsung been having that since the second note.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying ours is better.
That's been like since what 2008.
I don't know. I'm talking about what we have right now today. I don't care
Yeah,
when it started. I'm talking about today. Right
but
now,
I'm
if I
saying y'all
text
late to the
them,
party.
oh no, I'm not late because I didn't have a problem where I needed it back then. Today, though, I love my phone today. You know what? This is a brand that's not gonna lose with me, and
I
and
understand
it's
Yeah,
that.
which
yeah,
is
it's not
which.
gonna lose with me.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
said, it
you got
simplifies
people
it
who like
down.
Gucci. You got people who like you got people who like Gucci. You got people who like Louis. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't think
Yeah,
y'all are comparable to us, though.
But
I,
seriously though, Samsung
I
is.
said I don't think no, I said I don't think so. Now these are the categories that I looked at, right? And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I didn't know that they were this competent. So I give it to y'all. I didn't know that y'all were even on a comparison level. I looked at the operating system. I looked at the options for devices. Y'all win on the options, right? I looked at the software updates. Y'all definitely lose on the updates because y'all updates be everywhere.
What?
Um,
What? I never had an update on my phone, nor any phone I had before that locks me out of my phone. And I've
and
had
slows your
phone
phone down and make you buy a new
slow
one.
my phone down to make me buy a new. I've never had that issue.
Yeah,
Only
they got
time,
sued several times for that, my guy.
yeah, and the people who sued them won.
because it's a fact that's what happened. Now, what I'm
Because the
saying is,
technology's out of date. They're making you want to spend the money.
no, they
Instead of
making them
just
spend the money.
instead of
I'm
You
just
fine
yeah,
with it.
because you just choose to opt out of the update. That's all.
instead of just looking out for all their customers.
Yeah, like for instance, the Samsung.
That's
I can't
customer
tell you.
service.
I had that old
They're not
person.
looking
He
out.
owned the S7 Edge for like years. We were on like the S20, and then he finally broke it, and it was like, yo, we don't even make these anymore. You have to update. But that phone lasted for like 5 years plus.
Because he
I
old.
bet they gave him a great trade-in value for it though.
Oh yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
no.
He got his next phone free.
Yeah.
They always free. They give you like four of them for free. Like they always free. I can call
Well,
Verizon. Let me go to Verizon website right now. I guarantee you I can get like 6 Androids for free right
Whoa,
now.
whoa, 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 whoa! Yeah, Verizon don't give you nothing for free. Be careful now.
I've been with
once
Verizon forever.
zero, the down payment's free.
Yeah, yeah.
Zero down payment.
No, I don't pay monthly for my phones. I'm telling you. They gonna give you look, what the hell is a Google Pixel? Ew.
Hey, don't sleep on that Pixel because
They
they don't got
killing.
all that
They killing.
display. That
No,
Yeah,
Pixel
they
they
phone,
not.
coming.
The camera is killing. That's it.
that phone. Hey, don't sleep on that
Mm-mm.
Pixel, man. I'm telling you.
Samsung Galaxy S25. That shit don't even sound good. Anyway, back. Let me not. I'm not
That's the
gonna hate
problem.
on you.
That's the problem with the Apple people. They always trying to think what sound good. Oh, I got a Apple baby. Hey, look here, man. But what about what it do? You know what I'm saying? What
My
it do?
phone does. My phone does impeccable things
Almost.
for me. Now this is the thing, Gotti. You may not like my phone. You might get my phone and think it's trash. But I also couldn't record this podcast. You, that's not me. You're
I promise
you're
you, if you
different.
spend a week with my phone, you'll love it.
I promise you, you're not gonna give me the opportunity to because I'm not gonna touch it.
Yeah, because I don't want to part with it.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not
But
interested.
but I will
It's
say
like
that.
it's like a black man dating a white girl. Like some of them just don't want it.
Yeah, uh, yeah.
It's we all know, like I said, I don't know if you necessarily want to wrap it up, got it? Because I mean, this argument can go to infinity, goddamn, But because this is tomorrow, then our grandkids, So I mean, but anybody got any? Like I said, I ain't necessarily closing it. If y'all got some more closing remarks and some more closing facts, but like I said, man, tell me if
I
y'all
want to
let me
say
close.
one last
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
and
go
then
ahead,
I
cause
guess everybody could put a rebuttal to it. When it comes down to buying things, this is just how I look at it, and I teach my kids: if you're going to spend money, make sure you spend money for what's the best on the market, not what everybody else is just doing.
And to
absolutely.
that,
Hey,
to that I say, I feel like this. Best is relative to what you think it is because at the end of the day, you buy what you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, you buy what
Preferences,
you want. Don't buy what's
preference.
best. Yeah, because all day long, like you said, D gonna feel like as a photographer, as someone that does that, and y'all both understand IT way better than me. The iPhone is made for me. It's made for real simple. No buttons, no square, no circle, no. It's very simple. You know why? Because that's what I want. And that's what I need. I don't want to have to think to use my phone. I don't want to have to swipe and do a shortcut and do all of this just so I can take a screenshot. I'm not doing that. Anyway, that wasn't bottom line is this. That's so weird to me. Like that shit is weird. We're in total
Well,
recall when we're doing
well,
stuff. That's for me.
I mean, we still have the button option like you guys.
yeah, and this
So
no, they
anyway,
don't have a button anymore at the bottom. I'm about to say
yeah,
I
we
had a
don't have no
button
button.
for a
Yeah,
long
our
time.
button gone. Yeah, but I like the
No,
button.
I'm
We
talking
had
about the
one.
screenshot, the volume. Yeah, the volume, the screenshot.
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh yeah, we had that. But
It's the same.
so what I'll say is this, and I just was playing like the entire time. I'll give y'all props on this. If you like customization, the variety of hardware, flexibility, and a more budget friendly option, pick
Yes,
Android.
yes, yes, I
Pick
do.
Android. Okay. However, if you want a smoother, secure, consistent experience, then get your Apple product. That is all. So, what I want to know is what our viewers are thinking. Where they at? They team Apple or they team everybody else?
Team
Because it's Apple versus everybody. Period. Say it again, Swisher. What happened?
period.
Period. I think we win.
On mute,
I
Swisher.
think we won.
You're on
Yeah.
mute, Swisher. We can't hear
I'm
you.
not on mute.
No, she's
Oh,
not on mute. We heard the Apple
oh,
users heard her.
Yeah. That part. That part. Yeah,
I
that
heard
part
it.
is
I heard
solid.
it loud and
Very
clear. She said
loud.
Team Apple,
Yes.
period. Very loud. Very,
oh.
very demure. I'm sorry. It's the vibe. It ain't.
Well,
I'm
Yeah,
serious.
yeah. I'm gonna close out. Like I said, we done. Everybody said. I think Gotti said what he said first. I always say, at the end of the day, of course, buy what your money can buy, buy what you like. Goddamn me, and see y'all next on the next episode, and make sure y'all out there, y'all try this vibe too. By the way, vibe, we finna turn y'all up, bro. So y'all need to come on
Let's
with it.
go.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? All right, love y'all. Y'all get in the Discord, get in the comments. Let me know if you got an Android, a cheap one, or a expensive one, or a got doggone iPhone. Because there's only one option with those. But let me know.
Shut up.
I got it.